We are here in California, on a journey to discover the best restaurants this state has to offer. 5 days, 5 restaurants, each with 3 Michelin stars. So far we have been to Atelier Cren, where we saw a pastry chef save the day. Now we take you to the second restaurant on our list. For that we hit the road for Healdsburg. It's tucked between 3 lush valleys and surrounded by over 60 wineries in the heart of the Sonoma wine country. With just under 100,000 people, Healdsburg has all the charm of a small town. Knock knock and open sesame. We are greeted with our first smile of the day. Kelly gives us our second and even offers to shoot video for us if we want. Amazing service out of the gate. The interior is beautiful and brings me back to my trip to Japan. Passing the ultra-modern kitchen, we see the team hard at work. And when we arrive to the table, we are met by this. Our first bites presented beautifully. They didn't wait long to impress us. I have never seen a table setting like this.
Welcome in. We're so excited to have you here today.
Next, our server presents the menu. In the middle of it, he asks if we want sparkling or still water. Then he keeps going. A few seconds later, 2 more servers arrive with our water. How did he do it? I have a guess. Behind his back, he gives a signal, like a catcher in baseball flashing a sign to his pitcher. I gotcha. When I call him out, he playfully has no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't even know who they were, who those people were.
Like a magician who refuses to reveal a secret. We just barely sat down and already I'm having fun. If this is the level of attention they put on the water, I can't wait to see what's in store for us. Our first course is made up of 10. Yes, 10 bites. Chawamushi custard topped with uni. Bluefin tuna tartar with Japanese mustard. Amberjack with kohlrabi in a nori vinaigrette. Farmed Celtus ribbons. Needle-nose fish. Diver scallop. Golden sesame tofu, cushy oyster with rhubarb, abalone with orange and sorrel, and baby firefly squid from Tokyo. The server explains that we can eat in any order we wish. And to remember, this is only course number 1. When we are finished here, there will be 9 more. There is so much work put into these little bites. The creativity and the flavors make it a showcase of top-tier cooking skills. If these were served one after the other as a menu, it would already be a fantastic restaurant. But thankfully, they have even more in store for us. The sommelier called Jackson arrives next. He is young, but incredibly confident and enthusiastic about the drinks. At the same time, very professional. He kicked things off on a high note with a 2013 Dom Perignon. It's a light and refreshing blend of 50% Chardonnay and 50% Pinot Noir. We hear all about the alcohol-free pairing. It starts off citrusy and then becomes more savory with Japanese elements. Everything is made from scratch by the culinary team. It's funny that some days ago in Switzerland we cheered with champagne for my godson's 18th birthday, but here he has to wait 3 more years, so he ordered this alcohol-free pairing. For me, it's a great pitch, but I am fine with wine. There are 3 tiers of wine pairings, and I choose the unforgettable wine pairing for $1,500 or €1,400. It's an all-star lineup full of heavy hitters. First on the list is another Dom Perignon, this time a P2 from 2004. He describes it beautifully.
Essentially, this is the second iteration and the second evolution of these wines, where Dom Perignon holds back a certain percentage of each vintage and will continue aging it on its lees. So Plenitude 2 sees at least 15 years continued aging on its fine lees. So during that time, under the careful guise within the big limestone cellars of Dom Perignon, this wine just evolves and it turns into kind of the next iteration where even more depth, complexity, and richness is derived from this. So 2004 is actually the current release of this wine, so it spent a considerable amount of time just aging on its lees, gathering all of that richness and texture, but still that electric, bright backbone of acidity that makes it oh so delicious, and champagne just being the thing that we want to drink. It's going to be wonderful with the remaining bites that you have here, but also just cleanse your palate. It's delicious on its own.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's followed up by a Keller 2021 Morstein Riesling. The music is an interesting choice. It's instrumental only, but not the kind you hear in a department store or when you are on hold. It's understated and creates a pleasant atmosphere. I have some good news. Soon, we will be adding more than just restaurant reviews to this channel. If you want to see what happens inside the Champagne House and the Caviar Company, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and check out our Instagram, and you will be sure to catch all of the excitement. Our second course features different preparations of cherries, including soft, fermented cherries from last season, cherry blossoms, and cherry leaves. Every part of the cherry except for the tree itself. What a presentation! They gave us chopsticks for this dish and clearly take inspiration from Japan. But they are careful not to imitate, but capture the essence of the country very well. Our next wine is a 2018 Corton Charlemagne Grand Cru. It's one of the most historic vineyards for Chardonnay and was named after the Emperor Charlemagne. It is said that the emperor ordered the planting of white grapes on the hill of Corton in the 8th century. Because of its prestige and limited production, Corton Charlemagne wines are sought after by collectors and wine enthusiasts around the world. Next we have a crab and dashi dish that showcases the local pea. Sugar snap peas, pea tofu, pea shoots, pea blossoms and pea tendrils. It's like the movie Forrest Gump, when Bubba lists all the ways to prepare shrimp. It's served with a fried tofu, simmered in dashi, supporting a crab salad. Thanks God I saved some of the P2, because P2 paired exceptionally well with this dish. It complements the umami extremely well and creates a nice harmony with the flavors. Our next wine is a 2020 Hermitage Blanc. It's from Jean-Louis Chave, also known as the Pope of Hermitage. One of the nicest wines from the Rhone Valley. I am excited to try it with the next course. So far nothing but good things to say. The service is impeccable and the servers are energetic, attentive and responsive. Green and white asparagus with caviar is next, with tempura fried fava bean in a sabayan sauce. I fell in love with this dish. Authentic flavors and probably the best asparagus I've ever had. This is the next drink in the alcohol-free pairing. It's a work of art in a liquid form. Everything you see in the presentation is real. My next drink is from Japanese producer Haiwa. This is a super premium sake with hints of melon and ripe pear. Haiwa has 500 years of brewing tradition and makes only a few hundred bottles of this one each year. Next is a black cod, smoked on wood chips with green garlic miso and a cream dashi. We have something to refresh the palate before moving on to the richer, fuller dishes in the program. This is rhubarb sorbet blended with a fina herb sorbet. This is resting on 3 preparations of rhubarb, served with toasted rice, herb granita and ginger rice. It's a complex dish with many different textures and temperatures. Rosemary really punches through the rhubarb flavors, ultra fresh and tasty. Coming up is Wagyu, but first we need a wine.
Indeed, we have Domaine Eugenie Clos de Vougeot 2017 Grand Cru.
You have seen me compare wines on this channel, but never meet. Here we have a rare chance to compare 2 cuts of Miyazaki Wagyu, one from a local range and one imported from Japan. Knights Valley Wagyu is nearby and gives single-thread choice selection. Today we are trying the decal, the cut just above the ribeye. It's served with sunchokes, bok choy, kale and raisinated prunes with aged balsamic. I love the elegance and refinement of the kitchen. They are clearly playing on master mode. The vegetables are perfect. The jus is fantastic. The quality of the meat is unquestionable. Top dish. In fine dining restaurants, it's important that guests always have water in their glasses. It is the one thing that is constantly being topped up. Here, the water glasses are not transparent, making it a challenge for the service team to see when you need more. But it doesn't seem to hinder them at all. And I have not been without water for even a minute. The service here is so good and so well thought out. Nothing can stop it. It's a sophisticated hospitality machine, infused with soul. Our next wine is a 2009 Châteauneuf-du-Pape from the Rhone Valley. This is by leading producer Chateau Rayaz, and the 2009 is one of their best vintages. It's paired with our final savory course of the day, mushroom soup. The base is a consommé made with local mushrooms, with rice prepared Singaporean style using duck and chicken fat with ginger and scallion. Duck meatballs are also added, and it's finished with a lemon zest. In the traditional Japanese cuisine, it is common to end a meal with soup. It helps to cleanse the palate and give a light, comforting end to the meal, and shows the importance of balance and harmony in Japanese cuisine. With the main courses done, it's time for a walk. That means it's time for a kitchen tour. Here we get to know the history, the philosophy and the chef's story. The restaurant opened in 2016 along with guest rooms, a winery and a farm. Running through everything is one philosophy that connects agriculture to hospitality. A single thread, if you will. The goal is to create a holistic culinary experience that celebrates the connection between food, community and the natural world. It's something owners Kyle and Connaughton learned from years of living in Hokkaido, and is the reason Japanese cuisine plays such a big part in the menu. Chef Kyle's love for Japanese culture started when he was 9 years old, when his dad often went to Japan for business, sometimes bringing young Kyle with him. It inspired him, and Chef Kyle began his culinary career in LA with an apprenticeship at one of the oldest Japanese restaurants in the city. He continued training in both pastry and savory at local restaurants, including Spago Beverly Hills and the dining room at Ritz-Carlton. Then he moved to Japan, where he cooked for the famous chef Michelin, as well as traditional Japanese restaurants. In 2006, he joined Heston Blumenthal to become the head chef of research and development for the Fat Duck Experimental Kitchen. His wife Katina has been by his side since they met at age 15. She heads the farming operation with techniques she learned in Hokkaido. She oversees a 24-acre property, including the greenhouses, heirloom orchards and beehives. In 2018, the restaurant was awarded 2 Michelin stars. In 2019 came the third, but to get there, Singleton had to overcome many obstacles. The whole region was choked by wildfires in 2018 that kept people away. And just as the fires were extinguished, the pandemic hit. After restrictions were lifted, the restaurant was hit with a kitchen fire, and they were forced to close for 2.5 months. Above the restaurant are 5 luxury rooms, which have also won awards. In April 2024, the Michelin Guide introduced a brand new category, the Michelin Key. While the Michelin star recognizes the best restaurants in the world, the Michelin Key does the same for hotels. 1 key means a very special stay, 2 is an exceptional stay, and 3 is reserved for those that are extraordinary. With desserts on the way, I take a look at the wine list just for fun. Look at all that Romanée Conti. The selection is crazy. Oh my god. Before dessert, we have a drink service. Jackson struggles but makes a joke before we can.
1987 Chateau Yquem from a 5-liter bottle, because why not? You get to watch me struggle to pour this, so you're very lucky.
This kid is like a breath of fresh air, with the way he speaks.
But hey, we're here and we're doing it.
I really admire this dedication and talent. It's crazy to see how far this 24-year-old guy has come, especially when you think that he could have only started tasting wines legally just 3 years ago. The trust they have in him is inspiring. He also has a gift for us that is not part of the pairing.
So I'm sure you could tell me more about this one than I could.
A glass of Hungarian Tokai Asu. We are asked to take a cup for a special drink from Japan made in-house. It's called amazake. It's a traditional sweet drink made from fermented rice. Desserts are served in 2 courses. This is amazake foam with green tea cake and the Japanese cookie filled with rice pudding and lemon. Not too sweet, very light and delicious. 34s are the last to arrive. Here we have steamed Japanese cheesecake, matcha with wild huckleberry, caramelized barley custard with kumquat, and eggs made with roasted chocolate. Our total for today is just under $3,000 or 2,700 euro. Now for my final thoughts. Outstanding attention to detail from the service team. A sommelier that I will remember for a long time. The menu was fantastic from start to finish, with beautiful presentations, super flavors, tradition and creativity. All in all, I had a wonderful time here at Single Thread. In the next episode of Alexander the Guest, part 3 of our 5-part series on the best of California.
Welcome.
See you then.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I